Money day, guys and girls. You're here with your host, Pastor Pips, and I'm bringing you this week's market outlook. Now, guys, as we always do, make sure to check out the website www.litcapital.co.uk and find out what we have to offer. Guys, we have loads and loads and loads of resources available for whatever your needs are. So, guys, you can also check us out with our social media platform is going to be in the description down below. But other than that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the website, and let's head straight into the video. Now, starting things off, we have an incredibly heavy week in terms of economic events. Heavy, heavy, heavy week. It's been a minute since I've seen these many high, or this many high impact news releases. Now, let's get into it. Monday, we have GDP coming in for the euro at 9 a.m. Tuesday, we have retail sales for the Aussie, PMI for China, German unemployment change, and German CPI for the euro, GDP, consumer confidence for the USD, GDP for the CAD, and of course, employment change for New Zealand dollar. Wednesday, we have manufacturing PMI with German manufacturing PMI for the euro. We've got some more manufacturing PMI, but this time around for the pound. And we have CPI for the euro later on that day. Of course, Wednesday, first week of the month, we have ADP non-farm employment change, ECB press conference, manufacturing PMI, job openings, crude oil inventories for the dollar. Now, later on that evening, we have the big one, Mr. Jerome Powell coming to shake things up with the Fed interest rate and the press conference. To end that day off on Wednesday, we have employment change for the New Zealand dollar. Thursday, we got Bank of England interest rate decision, with the meeting minutes coming at 12 p.m. noon, deposit facility rate, marginal lending, and of course, interest rate decision as the main one for the euro. Initial jobless claims comes a little bit later for the dollar, with some more press conferences for both the euro and the pound. Friday, we have some more PMI, both of them composite end services for the pound in the morning. And later on that afternoon, we have NFP, non-farm payroll, and of course, unemployment rate for the dollar. Now, guys, it's incredibly heavy, as I said earlier. Now, let's get straight into the charts. So, guys, in terms of actual setups, there really isn't much. And the reason why I say this is because the market's kind of been loading, especially when we do look at the DXY. Now, there will be some big moves happening in the market this week, especially when I look at how things have been panning out. Now, if we look at the past week, especially when we look at this cluster of daily candles, okay, very indecisive. And, it's a very key level that we're sitting at around the 101.129 level. These are weekly and monthly lows. Okay, so the liquidity sitting beneath these areas are going to be massive. Okay, we've got a bit of a monthly imbalance there where price should want to target and rebalance. So, of course, we have to see what the market wants to do. Do we want to push up first before we come for the lows, or do we want to take out the lows before we start to see a rally? Now, of course, this will affect pairs all across the board. Next pair I have for you guys is going to be on pound dollar. Now, pound dollar has been bullish for quite some time, especially when we make that new all-time lows that we recently had towards the back end of 2022. We've continuously rallied higher and higher and higher. Now we are sitting inside of a key level, especially when we look at the weekly. We reacted out of the weekly imbalance, okay? We pulled back down. We didn't get down as low as I would have liked, but that's fine. However, we're starting to rally up higher again. Now I'm still looking at this weekly lip block here, see if price can actually punch into that area to potentially look for a short or some sort of reaction. It may not necessarily be the short that gives us that huge move to the downside, especially when we look at the DXY, it kind of needs to line up together. When we head over to the daily time frame, we can see these very clear equal highs, and I do believe that price would want to target that and take that out at some time during this week. And of course, when we look at everything that's lining up for this week, it makes sense as to why the market has been stalling. If we look at the last couple of 7 daily candles here, we can see the prices really hasn't given us a lot of volume. Okay, we've been sitting around 1.3, 1.45, 100 levels. So yeah, want to see that liquidity get taken. I do believe we are going to go up before we come back down first though. Now, Moving on to the S&P. Now, realistically, guys, it's quite difficult to ascertain exactly what price wants to do, especially when we look at things from the higher time frame stance. Now, we are currently bullish, especially when we look at intraday and the daily time frame. We are quite heavily bullish. So yeah, what we are seeing does make sense. Now, where does price want to head up into is a little bit difficult to say right now. Especially when we look at the price action that we've already pretty much had. We need to allow time for the market to build us a picture, because last week what we had is we had price push up, made the highs, pull back down. Okay, we hit into this 3 hour lit block here, sorry, institutional candle here. Okay, we accumulated prices, we took our slight bit of liquidity, then we pushed up higher and took out the highs. Okay, then come again later that day on Wednesday, or later that week, should I say, on a Wednesday, we took out the midnight consolidation here before we started rallying up higher. So yeah, I am looking out for key areas for the market to target and come for. Now, the area that I'm mainly looking out for are these lows down here. If I just readjust this really quickly. Okay, these lows around the 57.25 handle. If we can actually get prices pushing down to take out those lows, then we can contemplate taking some more longs to see where the market can head up higher to. The 1 hour imbalance here does stand out to me, so prices may want to actually shoot down here before we potentially get another push. And if we do get that, that's absolutely a-okay. Now, realistically, where do I believe that the market is going to head up to is this daily candle here. Now, this wick, I do believe that prices may potentially want to fill out, if not, half of it, at least most of it, or all of the wick. Okay, there will be some more sells, stops, and liquidity sitting above these highs. So the market may potentially target those before we get another pullback. However, those short-term plays, in terms of seeing price come for these lows, and potentially into this 1 hour imbalance, is what's really, really attractive for the time being. But yes, guys, not a really long one. All I will have to say is, of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out www.litcapital.co.uk. If you are someone that enjoys live streaming, enjoys mentoring, trading tools, technical analysis, risk management, mindset training, we have that all and more. Don't forget to check out the description down below for our social media. And of course, guys, you know the vibes. It's lit side. And remember, every day is money day. It's Pastor Pips. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.